Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of hackin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Wars reissue Megatron. And this is Megatron as he would appear in his Beast Wars incarnation. And I was able to pick up this figure at last year's Maryland Toy Expo, not last, it would be this year, so last June's, the Summer Expo. And I wanted this Megatron to go with my Optimus Primal, and from the reissue, because this guy's also the reissue. And once again, like I said with the Optimus Primal, this is very much a product of its time. It is sort of bricky and full of gimmicks, and it's big purple Megatron. So first things first, we will give you a quick look at that noggin. There you go, his very angry noggin, and then you can pull these pieces around for his head likes to go in when you do that. His mutant head, which I think looks pretty cool. That was a gimmick that they did back in the day to show sort of the transition from beast to human. As for gimmicks, his little tail here is spring-loaded for some ungodly reason. I guess it's a little claw that you can pull back. He also has missiles in his thigh pieces here. Just remember, you got to make sure you know where the missile is going, or else the missile gremlin will get it. I'll show you that firing a little better. Always make sure you're looking for where the missile goes, or the missile gremlin will come from his void realm and steal your missile. Why the missile gremlin needs so many plastic missiles, we'll never know, but he's always there, lurking, waiting, hoping that he can get your sweet plastic missiles. I have no idea where I was going with that. I am a dork. He also has a water spraying gimmick, which I am not going to show, but you push down on his head and then that exposes a little water pistol. And you can slot out the water pistol, like so. You can rip his entire tongue and throat out on the dinosaur head. And then you pull up this little tab and you put in the water. I do not use water features on my toys because I am afraid of them getting moldy. And I don't want to spray water everywhere. So you'll just have to imagine. As for articulation, it's pretty non-existent, especially because he's wearing an exploded T-Rex on his back. This guy very much looks like a T-Rex exploded. So he suffers from no real hand syndrome, as Bolt Matrix would put it. So as for articulation, shoulders are on a swivel, but they can't really go back all the way because they will run into kibble. He's got an elbow on this side, or a shoulder swivel, bicep, whatever you want to call it. He's got an elbow, but that's kind of hindered by the floppy tail. Then on this side, I can do around the same, but no real, it does have elbow articulation, but nothing else because it is the head of a Tyrannosaurus. He can do, actually, he can do a full spread. Waist swivel, although again, with all the kibble, it does get in the way of everything. Ratcheted thighs, knee bend, and he's got some toe articulation, as well as the heels on the back. Transformation can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Just because of all the different pieces that have to swing around, and the tail is just a pain in the ass to do. So, let's actually get done with that first. So first thing you want to do, come to this arm. You want to turn it around. Actually, no, it is on right. My bad. Or is it? Yeah, it is on right. I'm sorry. I'm used to turning things around. So you want to collapse this all the way in. Of course, you're going to behave with me the first time on camera. So here, let me show you that a little better. You fold that in. This piece will come down like that. Just make sure everything is nice and flush. This transformation is a pain to film on camera. Then you'll take these sections here and plug that into the side of that center piece, which is sometimes easier said than done because sometimes things don't want to fold into place. Okay, so now you're giving me attitude. You did it fine the first time, but when I had to undo it to show it better, you're, oh my. Zen. Do not throw the toy against the wall. Do not throw the toy against the wall. Okay, then you bring in that piece so it's flush against this section, and then you can bring in these two sections, which will peg. Come on. Thank you. Which will peg into the side, slot there, tab there. Next, put that back in. These like to fire all the time. Okay. Can you get back in the hole, please? In the hole. Thank you. Megatron doesn't like to cooperate with me. You're gonna close these, or fold this panel back, close his little mutant face up. Then you're going to take this whole section and swing it forward. There's going to be two little tabs that you just want to make sure all the way back. Then you're going to swing this whole section. You're going to swing it like that. And then you're going to collapse down the waist. Get the legs out of the way of the other kid. Oh my God. Megatron, cooperate with me, please. Okay, make sure the tail, as the tail always loves, to come unpegged and spring around. This transformation is a pain in the butt. Come on, stay down. Thank you. Push the Tyrannosaurus head up so it's flush. Then you're going to take these panels that were on the side and close those over the head as the tail unpegs again, because the tail does what the tail wants. It never does what Brian wants. It does what the damn tail wants. Baby rabbits in the meadow, baby rabbits in the meadow, baby rabbits in the meadow. Okay. Stay in. Okay. So close the two shells up, and then you can deal with the tail again, because the tail does what the tail wants on the tail's own time, and no one else's time. The tail does what the tail whims. And now everything will come unpegged. Brian needs his happy pills again. Get in there. Do I have the tail on wrong? No, I do have the tail right. Oh my God. Okay. Fold these out so you can have some clearance to repeg the tail, because the tail does what the tail wants. Okay. Then swing these panels in, and they will cover the back of the dino. Fold up the thigh pontoon things and push them in. Turn the legs around and fold in the heels. And then just fold his arms forward, watch as everything comes unpegged again, slot everything back together, and there you go. You have one Beast Wars Megatron in his T-Rex mode. And the T-Rex mode is basically a statue. It looks cool, but it is basically a statue. A statue that you will probably lose your sanity trying to create. So the only real articulation is in the arms. And you can open his mouth again to do the water shooting gimmick. RAWR, RAWR, RAWR. Or you can puppet his mouth. So yeah. Now for the joy of getting it back into robot mode. First things first, open the shell, because this guy is a bit of a shell former if you couldn't tell. Then you're going to pull up the waist, unpeg the tail that you spent 4 hours pegging in. And you're going to straighten it out. You're pull that up like that, so you'll swing it from this position up here, pull up the head, and slot it all the way back, or slot this piece all the way back. And there are two little tabs, if you can see them there, that will slot in as such. Then pull out and swing these pontoons out, turn his legs around, like so, fold out the heels. Then come up here and just fold his head out, collapse everything in, fold this down, and there you go. There you have your Megatron, Beast Wars Megatron, back in robot mode. I like this figure. You know, final thoughts. I like this figure. It's a pain in the butt to transform, and I will likely never transform it again. But it's a fun figure. It's a neat figure. If you can find one, pick one up. Sometimes these guys go on sale at Ollie's, which is a discount retailer, where all of Hasbro's terrible decisions go to rot. And we all love Hasbro's terrible decisions going to rot. So, yeah, there is your Beast Wars reissue Megatron. And, yeah, a recommendation. Don't go out of your way to find one unless you're a big Beast Wars fan, but a recommendation nonetheless. I am asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links in the description below for all the places you can find me and support me. I will be a lot more active on my Twitter, and I will probably create a Blue Sky account, and I'm still working on the Discord, just so you guys know. I'm also going to start reminding people, I have decided that I am going to stream on Thanksgiving. It will be 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you got nothing to do or no one else to hang out with, you can come and hang out with me. I'd love to celebrate the holidays with you. So, with all that being said, remember, growing old is mandatory, growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind. And I will see you next time.